Welcome everybody. I'm Dr. Matt Panetti and I'm here with Wade Bass of the Lion's Den. We're doing a live interview today, but we're going to be talking a little bit about back pain specifically, and at the end we're going to give you guys the one exercise you got to be doing at home if you're suffering with back pain and want to get relief. Before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about Wade. I want to talk a little bit about the Lion's Den and why you should care about it. So my experience with the Lion's Den, this is a gym located in the Denver Tech Center, right off Bellevue and Ulster, yeah. And the thing that drew me to these guys is their focus on the spine and how important the structure of your spine is, regardless of what you're doing outside, whether you're sitting at a desk or whether you're doing some kind of movement or exercise. A lot of gyms in Denver and around the area, they focus on just movement, exercise, cardio work, and which is good. There's no problem with that. But most people who are in a 9-to-5 job or working every day are in compromising positions, and they leave their office or their desk and they go work out, and they compromise themselves by adding weight and complex movements off of this improper structure. That kind of stuff doesn't happen here. These guys are much more in tune to that, and I trust them with my body. I work out here, and I also trust my clients to them as well. So I want them to talk a little bit about themselves, or Wade anyway. There's another gentleman here as well, Tristan. He's not here with us, but I'm gonna have Wade explain a little bit about themselves and Lion's Den. So start off talking about how you got into this first off.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, my name is Wade Bass. Thank you for joining us. I've been obsessed with fitness for almost my entire life. So naturally for college I went into finance, which doesn't make necessarily sense. But it's been an obsession of mine. And really I wrestled in high school, did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, taught group classes for the entirety of that career. So basically since I was 16. And then once finance didn't necessarily work out for me, I decided to pursue my passion, which is fitness. And now being an owner of Lion's Den, I get to do that every day. So really thankful for that.
And so when I first met Wade, I've been working out different gyms in Denver looking for the perfect fit, not just for myself, but for clients as well. When I met Wade, things just really clicked. So talk a little bit about your approach and why you guys are different, because they heard me talk about it, but why don't you explain a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Similar to Dr. Matt, we take a spine-first approach. We really focus on and emphasize that bracing mechanics, long neutral spine, maintaining good position, owning your position. You'll hear me say that a lot. So that means long neutral spine, glutes on, abs on, always. We're not just going for reps, we're definitely going for form, and we're utilizing stabilization throughout the whole body without just worrying about how much weight you're lifting. So really that function over just reps, and we use that approach for every single movement that we do. So definitely owning that position is really what we emphasize.
And I think that's important from a couple standpoints. First off, my clientele, most of them aren't competing in the Mr. or Miss America pageants. They're not looking to be power builders, body weight builders. They're just looking to be more functional. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what you get when you take this kind of approach. The other thing is, a lot of people out there are just trying to lift heavier, just to prove it to themselves, or they think that's what's going to grow bigger muscles, which it may grow bigger muscles, but what I find is the better form I have, the stronger I become.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we start slow, we build up. So with that said, Wade, I want to talk a little bit about back pain, because as you know, we deal with back pain in our office, and it's typically from a neurological, structural issue, but back pain can also be affected due to workouts, not working out enough, improper movements. So I want you to share a little bit about your experience with back pain, and then I want to talk a little bit about the number one exercise we'd recommend.
Absolutely. So having been involved in fitness for almost my entire life, I've definitely experienced back pain, and pain is a big motivator. So it really motivated me to dial in my form, really learn as much as I can about the back, about the anatomy, and about movement and movement mechanics. So definitely would say back pain due to a lot of hip tightness, it could be thoracic spine tightness, all kinds of things. So really mobilizing those joints and mobilizing that tissue is really, really important to minimize that back pain. Normally, back pain is just the error of pain, or the point of pain, not necessarily the point of error. So really mobilizing is really, really important. And then also strengthening tissues. So if we have our low back or everything turned off all day looking at a screen, really lengthening those tissues and strengthening those tissues is really, really important. Should I go into that?
Well, hold on one second, because I want to touch on a point you just said, because you said the pain itself isn't necessarily always the point of error. And I find that a lot in my office. It's a lot of times the back pain, and we're going to talk about back pain and being generated more from the hips and the lower half. But what I find in my practice a lot of times is people come in and the back pain is actually being caused by a problem further up the spine. Actually, the head being forward puts a lot of stress on that low back, and until we correct that issue, we never ever get rid of that back pain. With that said, back pain can be caused by a lot of different factors. We want to get into the #1 exercise that can help you at home if you do nothing else for yourself. So Wade, why don't you get into that?
Yeah.
I'll step off screen and let you handle that.
Absolutely. I really love the bird dog exercise. The reason that I love it is it's really easy to do. You can do it while you're watching TV. You can do it at home. Or you can do it in a hotel if you're traveling. So it's really, really great. It does require the lengthening of the spine. So I'm going to come back off the camera so you can kind of see my full body here. So we're going to start stacking our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. So long neutral spine here, okay? Thinking nice and long up top. Then we're gonna extend one arm out and the opposite leg back. Ending in neutral, squeezing the glutes, nice tight core. Big things to look for in this movement are not opening the hips, not turning. So you really want to keep that long neutral spine nice and stable here, okay? So we can go for about 12 on each side, trying not to get too overextended, ending nice and straight, nice and long. 12 on each side here. I would say go for about 3 rounds. If you do this on a regular basis, you're gonna get really, really nice and strong in that core. Think about breathing, bracing the core, keeping the glutes on, keeping the abs on. Once you progress, you can go onto a band, wrapping a band around one hand, around the foot, and we can add difficulty with the band. And again, you can do this while traveling. Great for long days in an airplane, things like that. Really great for activating the core, the back, everything.
And the cool thing about that exercise is you don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need a gym. You can do this in the comfort of your home. I mean, that band costs what? $8, $10 on Amazon. So it's cheap stuff, easy to do, and something that everybody should be doing at home. Okay, so to sum this up, how do people find you? How do they get in to see you?
Yeah, lionsdensmp.com. Otherwise, you can reach me at wade@lionsdensmp.com. I'd be happy to schedule a free consultation, free workout, really get those movement mechanics working so you can function and just feel better on an everyday basis.
And I'll comment below with all his information so you've got that. We are partnering with the Lions Den in a lot of ways. One of them is we're going to be holding our Prime Movement Workshop at the Lions Den. That's going to be happening on November 13th at 7 p.m. That's free for our practice members. If you're not a practice member, it's $30, but we're going to be going over all kinds of different movements to help get you better motion in your spine. So you can find us here for that as well. Anyways, all that information will be down below this video. Hope you guys got a lot out of today, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.